Would you eat food made out of recycled plastic? Maybe you already have.
Imagine a future where your trash could become your treat. Scientists are making that a reality by transforming plastic waste into edible cookies. This groundbreaking innovation uses specially engineered yeast that can break down plastics. Then, this processed material is combined with other ingredients and 3D printed into delicious cookies. This dual approach tackles the massive problem of plastic pollution, while also exploring a novel way to create food. It's a fascinating glimpse into how we might solve some of our biggest challenges.
Okay, so the answer to the pollution problem is for us to eat it. This application may actually have one good use case. I'll talk to you about that in a minute. But this is disturbing on many levels, especially considering the fact that there are already a lot of microplastics in our food. And that can't be good for you, right? The rise of colon cancer. Does that have anything to do? Colon cancer, especially among young people. Does that have anything to do with the rise in microplastics being found in our bloodstream? We're consuming these. And now we've got plastic cookies. Do you remember LL Cool J's wrapped pink cookies in a plastic bag? This just reminds me of that for some reason.
What does pink cookies in a plastic bag getting crushed by buildings mean?
I don't know. I was high when I wrote it. You know what I mean?
I don't.
So, look, let's take a look at another video pertaining to this, and I want you to bear with this. It's you gotta hear this, okay? Now, these folk are speaking with a pretty heavy accent at times, but just stick with this, all right? It's worth it.
Microbites is a novel food production technology where we convert both crop waste and plastic waste into its initial building blocks and feed those initial building blocks to a consortium or a group of engineered yeast. They convert these initial building blocks into protein, and then we use that protein to 3D print our protein cookies. I think converting plastic into food is beneficial over recycling it because of two reasons. One is we are providing a solution for plastic waste accumulation in the environment. Secondly, we are providing an alternative food source to answer the food scarcity issues currently the world is facing.
All right, so she said that she believes that making plastic into food is preferable to otherwise recycling it. Part of the reason she feels that way, she says, is in order to solve food scarcity problems. Now, look, let's be honest about it. When you think of all of the food aid that America sends across the world, it's not so much a food scarcity issue. It's a political issue when these foodstuffs don't get to the people. Why? Because people, dictators like Kim Jong-un in North Korea, they control that food supply and they decide who gets it. That goes on in multiple countries, right? So you can produce all the plastic cookies you want. Doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to get to the people that are suffering from food scarcity if you have the same political environment going on. All right. And just the fact that she's so comfortable with talking about recycling this by having people eat it is disturbing to me. I'll just be honest. Is it disturbing to you?
Two reasons. One is we are providing a solution for plastic waste accumulation in the environment. Second,
so she said the other reason is because we're providing a solution for plastic waste in the environment. Again, by eating it. All right. Again, there is one application where this works. Nowhere on this earth, but there is an application where this works. I'll let her continue, and then we'll explore that one application.
Secondly, we are providing an alternative food source to answer the food scarcity issues currently the world is facing.
If you want to produce food in a very extreme environment using the resource you have, carbon resource waste, like Arctic or the desert, and potentially one day in the Mars or the lunar surface, Microbites can do that job.
Real quick, before we jump back into the video, if you're looking at today's economy and you're realizing that old budgeting playbooks just aren't cutting it anymore, you need to hear this. So trying to earn your way out of rising cost takes time. But defending the cash you already make is an instant and 100% tax-free process. That's why over at Health Wealth Link, we've launched the weekly economic survival briefing. Every week, we drop a short, high-impact breakdown on cash flow defense, AI automation, and building resilient wealth. Week 1 is live right now, featuring our zero-based overhead audit, including the exact 15-minute negotiation script to immediately lower your monthly bills. It's completely free. So head over to healthwealthlink.com/join or click the first link in the description of this video below and grab week 1 right now. Back to our video. All right, so he touched upon that one use case, space travel. All right. Now, when we send the first astronauts to Mars, NASA, SpaceX, they've already kind of alluded to the fact that it's going to be a one-way trip, right? Even if it's not, something like this could be a supplement, a supplementary food source. And you might say, well, Tyrone, they're still ingesting the plastics. Listen, going to Mars is going to be an endeavor where plastic cookies will be the least of the astronauts' worries in terms of threats to their overall lives. Just the radiation aspect of it alone is going to be an issue. Okay, so these are 3D printed cookies made with a special yeast and plastic waste. The yeast breaks down the waste, the plastic, but breaks it down to what extent? All right. So how do you feel about this? I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not looking at this as a solution to famine and food scarcity in the world today. Because again, microplastics in the human body are not good for you. I don't need to be a doctor to know that. You ain't supposed to eat plastic, okay? Again, you're going out and you're going to take 2 years to get to Mars, maybe longer, shorter, I don't know. But, okay, this works in that instance where you're taking on a lot of other occupational hazards, right? What do you think about this? Is this a bridge too far? Would you eat a plastic cookie? Let me know.